Going over to the cultural part podcast, you have a leftist throwing tomato juice at conservatives while on a college campus. And warning, not like one of those things where her vocabulary is, as I would say, on par with her intellect. Very short, very succinct, and very crass. So she does drop a lot of F-bombs. I'm not sure what is this with leftists. I don't know if they're obsessed with these canned soups and juices. You seem to have a high propensity to throw them at works of art or conservatives. I'm not sure if that's part of the leftist DNA or you just have that inherent draw to throw produce at folks, which, ironically, I thought most of them were vegan, so you would think they would want to drink it or consume the product, not throw it away. Also, not very good for the environment to just throw food away like that all willy-nilly. But, of course, we know that most of them are utter hypocrites with mostly a lack of mental intellect. Now, this actually wanted to be credited to someone by the name of Fight Factory on X, which he says, quote, "Person pours tomato juice over conservative students hosting an event on college campus," which, yep, more from, very ironic. Well, I guess we should know by now, it's ultimate the pot calling the kettle black. Always more from the tolerant left. How many times have you heard, culturally speaking, just the past couple of years, have you heard of actually people in the middle or libertarian or right wing of the political aisle or the cultural aisle where they throw produce or in this case juices at other people's signs and damage their property or interrupt their protest? It's almost as if these people can't have a modicum of actual substance to combat the ideals they don't agree with. They have to resort to rudimentary things like yelling loudly, bringing a megaphone to try to drown out someone else's ideals, or in this case, just try to destroy posters with tomato juice. Which, I don't say F- for fashion as well, but she's also wearing blue jeans, which, those were out of fashion decades ago for ladies, but that's just me. Now, it's about a minute and 22 long, and again, cover your ears if you have children listening, because again, she drops the F-bomb quite a bit. So maybe I'm wrong in this video. Maybe she'll actually eloquently describe what she disagrees with these in regard to the conservatives' ideals, and she'll present her own very compelling argument. I'm kidding, obviously she doesn't do that. It's about her pay grade, perhaps.
Hey!
So, right now she's splashing it all over. It looks like the store brand, or she go for the fancy V8 bottle?
What, you worried I'm gonna stain your fucking signs that are telling lies to people? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Where's it? I was gonna say. So now she poured it on people, on the sign, and the table. Keep in mind that table does have displays as well as, I don't know what you call it, the table cover is made out of cloth, so that's gonna be a pain to actually wash that too. And it looks like she did. I'm surprised. I'm not sure. Maybe she's on EBT or food stamps, or maybe she just, she has a daddy's trust fund. But it looks like she did actually splurge for the V8 branded tomato juice, which, quality stuff. Me, more of a Walmart Great Value brand, better ROI, but yeah, she went for the fancy juice. So she walks away again.
We fucking tried to talk to you, assholes.
And she's coming back. Of course, you have a conservative. He's, of course, not suited up. I'm a little disappointed there, but looks like he's wearing a nice, a flannel pattern button-up. And he's just sitting there. And she comes back a third time, and she pours it all over that poster.
I think we're good. Just,
He's also wearing sneakers.
Enjoy getting the stain out.
Oh, now, and then she comes back to actually try to get the juice on people as well. What a... Looks like it's Turning Point USA she's going after.
Hi.
Hello.
Of course, she is as attractive as her ideals, which is to say she is an ugly duckling. And I said duckling, not to be confused with other pejorative swear words, which, yeah, and that's coming from me. Yeah, she's wearing a rudimentary sweater. Now she's going up to them and pouring it on the people and the poster boards.
Could you please not do that?
And remember, we're always told the violence is so right. The right is always so violent. Yeah, why is it? And again, it's certainly a lot of anecdotal evidence of which side of the cultural and political aisle gets more and more violent. So now she's pouring it on the people too.
Why?
Because this is our stuff.
Can you please not do this?
We're allowed to table here. We actually have a permit.
Yeah?
Yeah, we do.
I'm not touching you. I'm grabbing your phone.
Well, that's yeah. You can't touch his phone.
I'm not touching your phone. I'm covering the camera.
Okay.
Even more embarrassing, that's a dude? Well, it's the voice? Yeah. That might be on some drugs.
We do.
I'm not touching you. I'm grabbing your phone.
Well,
That smells like not. Oh, that's also illegal. Trying to take a property. Also, again, proving that leftists have the mentality of a child. That's right. That's like the same thing you see with toddlers, where they put the finger like right in front of their face, but they don't touch it. Goes, I'm not touching you. Ridiculous.
Yeah, you
I
can't
guess we should. I'm actually surprised. There's no short purple and pink hair. That's the one thing I'm actually surprised with in this
touch his
situation.
phone.
I'm not touching your phone. I'm covering the camera.
Okay.
You're not touching it.
Why are you here?
How about marketing fail? So this person's trying to block the camera by holding the bottle to the camera, but they're not even holding the bottle in the correct orientation, so they can't give credit to V8, who I suspect is the manufacturer of this. Which, again, not to disparage the V8 brand, great engines, okay, drink, but yeah, it's one of those things where you're not even holding the bottle right.
Because we have a right to be here. Why are you here?
Because I have a right to be
Care
here.
about kids. We care
Okay,
about
so why are you damaging
Surprised he doesn't have his fingers. I'm surprised he doesn't have his fingernails painted at this point.
our stuff?
And of course, in true leftist fashion, take their ball and go home. Just pounce
the
away.
tolerant left.
Yep. Yeah, college campuses. And this went pretty darn viral. Got 4.6 million views as well as 14,000 likes. Which, yeah, I was gonna say about. How many times did they spray people with that juice thing? Was it 5 or 6 times? Again, it shows how much more restraint the people on the right or libertarian in the middle are. No one's really going up and stopping this girl or guy. Really can't tell at this point. Yeah. Again, this is why you also need to have private security, or I recommend having private security and extra things like that when you're doing these booths, because yeah, that's the typical left. Now, going to the top comments, you have Tucker Carlson 8, which it's Trucker Carlson, so it's a parody account. It says, quote, I want to try to make it moderately family friendly. They call that weird person the C word, so not putting that C word on the ground is your first mistake. Stop being so kind. They think you're weak. Put her on the ground. Call the police. Press charges. She gets kicked out of school and has a criminal record. They deserve so much worse. Getting 1,000 likes, which I don't condone violence. I also think that probably would not work in terms of most schools are run by radical leftists. They would not. I don't think they would kick her out. If anything, they would give her a award for being brave or some crap like that. So I actually don't think that methodology would be appropriate or work. Now, in terms of documenting it, yeah, I think that's as good. You should probably show the police or show local schools who have digital evidence. I'm just pretty skeptical in terms of, they're pretty good at dodging accountability. Ironically, the people who banned dodgeball are extraordinarily excellent at dodging accountability. They make great dodgeball players, I suspect. You just have to take the dodgeball and use some Sharpie and just label accountability. They would never get hit. I mean, they're really good at that. You also have somebody named Dia Pina says, quote, another hateful, violently unstable male transvestite getting 236 likes, which maybe. I don't know this person's name, but they have 4 American flag emojis. Is that Puerto Rico or Puerto Rican flag? Or is that? I think so. So, quote, what amazes me is how these people remain calm while the idiot destroys their property. If it were anywhere else in America, they would have already shoved the tomato up his rear. Getting 640 likes. Though I'm not sure if that would work, since this individual perhaps might enjoy that. Though it is 2024, of course I cannot possibly judge. I mean, yeah, I was going to make a joke about getting your vegetables, but try to keep this moderately family friendly. I won't go there today. But nevertheless, you also have Bob Arnott says, quote, if you don't push back against the bully, they won't stop. Stand up to them, getting 350 likes, which, yeah, I think it's a sticky situation because we keep seeing these instances happen time and time again. But again, if you were to do anything, I don't think the school would side with them. And I'm still trying to figure out what would be the most effective means to stop these things from happening. And again, it seems to always happen when it's people who are in the middle or on the right who are putting up these displays or handing out additional information to people. Going down more and more, you have Tara Roberts says, quote, and they call us the party of hatred and they call us the bullies. But you know what? It's the other way around, getting 76 likes. Precisely. Buckeye Hater says, quote, imagine another trans-tentacled lunatic that needs to be in a psych ward turned loose for everyone to deal with. It needs to be dealt with, all right, getting 81 likes. Also have the right way. It says, quote, how do they keep from punching this a-hole in the face? I want to punch the screen, getting 24 likes, which self-restraint is an invaluable thing to learn throughout a lifetime. It's something you definitely need to perfect. And yeah, these people are, they were very good at showing self-restraint. Because again, these people that keep destroying property, and they have, when you have indefensible ideals, you always resort to violence and censorship, and that's what we see time and time again from the radical left. Again, this isn't Democrats. I have some friends who are left on the political aisle. They aren't like this. It's always the extreme, the far left. My concern, though, is that they're becoming a greater and greater portion of the Democratic Party in general, but another topic for another time, perhaps. One or two comments here. Still not seeing any contrarian data. Caroline Wergarther says, quote, someone needs to get this girl's name, getting 49 likes. Steve Hicks says, shocked she didn't get a knuckle sandwich, getting 173 likes. I mean, again, I'm not surprised. This is also Turning Point USA. They're a well-established organization, and I suspect they have a high propensity of hiring very qualified people who they know going into situations that the leftists are going to bully them, they're going to try to hurt them physically, or in this case, destroy their property. I think they prep pretty well. They probably have to take some type of training as well. Nate Dogg says, knock her ass out, getting 835 likes. Someone has a picture of a fire extinguisher. I mean, maybe you have to treat them like cats. Some of them have the mentality of cats. So do you get like a little spray bottle? You just go, tss, tss. Actually, if you have that spray bottle with like Febreze or some type of nice scent, that actually might repel them. Help to think they don't have the best hygiene, but I'm like partially kidding. And yep, just I don't know. I mean, I hope we see a cultural shift in the United States that people are actually treated equally on college campuses and in the general public. And I had a small fleeting hope that it might start happening when Trump not just won the they won the electoral college, but also the popular vote in recent election. But I think it's gonna be a long-term thing. It's gonna be a long transition, pun moderately intended. But let me know. Do you think? I mean, have you ever seen an instance where this has happened, where you have people on the far right doing it to people on the left, or people on the right, people on the left? I mean, again, I'm trying to look at all the social media, not just I look at the Facebook, the Twitter, the X, and the Instagram every once in a while. But it seems to be only one side of political aisle doing it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, because as always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, to anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.